Chat. Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to the stream, and I did not forget last week. I didn't forget. I got a cold. Listen. This is the most I've been sick within the past, like, you know, over the course of a year. It's like the most I've ever been sick over the span of 365 days. It's crazy. I had to mute all my notifications. Well, there's a lot of goddamn people here. Holy. Everyone wants to talk about Jailbreak or something. Or we could talk about the Stardew Valley music that's playing in the background. You know, it's tradition. I always start talking about games at the beginning of the stream and then derail about halfway through. Like about an hour in, I just start talking about games again. I haven't actually played Portal since the last time I streamed. No, that's a lie. I played a little bit. So I have a little bit of gunk in my throat. If you hear me clearing my throat out, that's why. Like that. I did not have COVID. I just had a cold. I don't know if I've ever had COVID. I probably have at some point. Because I don't know, my parents both had it at one point, and I didn't seem to catch it when they did, so I probably had it, I probably had it before it had a name, is what I keep thinking to myself. Like, before December 2019, I got this sickness that kind of kicked my ass. My dad got it, and he lost his sense of smell for a really long time. Which I think is crazy. That's like the weirdest, what do you call it? It's the weirdest symptom of a sickness. I guess that's like not too unreasonable, because like you can get a cold and like not be able to smell anything. But usually that goes away. The only game on my mind is the new Tomodachi Life coming out. That game does look kind of neat. I would play it, but I hate to give Nintendo money. It looks like a fun game, but at the same time, Nintendo as a company sucks. I've talked about this before. Nintendo sucks so bad that I just don't want to buy it out of principle that it's Nintendo. If it was another company, sure, but it's Nintendo, so maybe not for me. I'm gonna bring the music volume down just a little bit. Yeah, how's everybody doing? I'm doing good. I got the day before I got that cold, I got a rec center membership. I bought a whole year rec center membership, and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna go the next day. And then I was sick. And I got sick, and I was all coughing my lungs out. I feel guilty even when buying Nintendo games. If I could get Tomodachi Life, like, used, I'll do it that way. I'm glad I wouldn't have to buy a Switch 2 to get that game. I gotta get a capture card so I can play, like, stream or record games on my Switch. I feel old games are better than new ones, like Portal or Portal 2. Well, those are like the best games of all time. That's like not even a contest. Okay. Chad, we will get into the episode now. Yes. Look at this boy. Look at this boy sticking his finger in an electrical socket. I think the one reason I would be excited for Tomodachi Life is I've been playing a lot of those kinds of games, like, again, like Stardew Valley, Animal Crossing. The Animal Crossing 3.0 update was out, so I've been playing a little bit of that. What is this, some kind of jailbreak? This is one of my favorite, like, I don't know, this is like what the voice you make when you're like sitting in one of those like massage chairs that like the whole thing like shakes around, and you go, whoa, you know, it's going through. My cat showed up. What do you want? I just started streaming. Kitty cat. I just fed him. The best episode of Steven Universe. I disagree, but I can see where you're coming from. What do you need, cat? What do you need? I guess he's gonna sit on my lap for a while I'm streaming. What do you think Steven feels when he's touching the electrical cell? Like I said, if you've ever touched a 9-volt battery to your tongue to like test how charged it is, it's like that all over your body. And I'm surprised how many people have not done that. I guess there's these days, back in my day, all of these toys used batteries, like 9 volts for the controllers, and you would use AA's for like a remote controlled car or whatever. Now you got like rechargeable stuff, right? You just plug it in and then it recharges a lithium battery inside because lithium batteries are so cheap. But to test a 9-volt battery was really easy because you could just touch your tongue to it and you could feel the voltage and you could like tell. And I guess people these days don't know that experience because the batteries, you can't access the batteries on most devices now. Who's this red lady? Who's this short red lady that we've never seen before? AAA is where it's at. No, I do not miss the days of buying disposable batteries. I think moving to rechargeable batteries is a incredibly intelligent decision. That's KO from OK KO. Oh, you're so right. That's like early KO design. Don't know, she never appears again. It's not like there's an episode where there's 6 of them. She's doing the hand thing? She is doing the hand thing. On her gem hand, even. Half of Garnet? What do you think, Garnet's a fusion? That's not real. That's redstone. I think Ruby's like first, because you don't know quite all about who she is yet, but you know, this scene makes a ton of sense like after watching the whole series because she's kind of stupid. I mean, rubies, they like explicitly say that like rubies are kind of dumb, right? I think it's Amethyst who says that. So, like, her being stupid enough to not just, like, explain herself to Steven and, like, oh, I gotta go with the plan because he's not supposed to see me until his birthday or whatever. That's why she's acting all like this. She would have responded normally if she wasn't planning to do the whole birthday reveal or whatever. And it does, yeah, she seemed more like a space pirate in the first meeting. I think that was intentional. What is the overlay not on? Wait, is the twerking amethyst not there? Chat. Twerking amethyst and the the chat overlay was not there. That was weird. I don't know why that happened. You can't tell me Ruby didn't think of swearing before she saw Steven? What does that mean? I don't understand. I love Jailbreak Ruby's design where the headband goes over her eyes. Does it not in other episodes? I know specifically like this shot where it's kind of like going right over her eye. Would gem hair feel like hair or like touching an arm? I think it's just straight up, gem hair just is hair. Because we see it get like chopped off in one episode. In Beach Party, Amethyst hair gets chopped a little bit. It's swearing for gems is some type fictional swear. Where we hear gems swearing. We hear like dirt bombs, clods, all that sort of stuff. There's gem slurs, like they exist in this show. Okay, I know it's funny to censor Peridot saying clod. I don't know if I should keep doing that because I feel like that's like a big part of her character at a certain point where like saying Claude is a big deal. Okay, my cat I guess is leaving now. Rockheads? So the kind of red herring, haha red, it's that like Ruby is, you meet Ruby and it's like, well, there's got to be a lot of gems on this ship, right? On Diamond, I don't know, I don't think the gems see the diamonds as gods. I think they just see them as like leaders, right? Like queens. But if the queens had like powerful magic, I don't know. Ronaldo calls them rockheads once and Steven gets upset. No, he calls them rock people. What is it? Not rockheads. So, like gods. No, I said they're not. I specifically said not like gods. Imagine if, like, the hierarchy, like, you're in a society where people can do magic, but then, like, the people who can do the best magic are, like, the leaders. That's it. That's Gem Society. There's no gods. Everyone can do magic. We're going to be looking at a lot of yellow in this episode, I'm sorry. They also see them as perfect beings, so it can lean either way. It's very culty. Yeah, I think culty is a better... Like, cult leaders is a better way to describe it than like, worshipping a god. Oh, YouTube's telling me now's a good time to insert ads. Yeah, mid-rolls are disabled, and I'm going to be seeing that message all the time. Except the moon and sun goddesses. Yeah. Again, Lars of the Stars wish list is to see what the hell those guys are all about. Who the hell's the moon goddess and the sun goddess? Also, I've been thinking, since there was not an episode this week, and right now I'm like streaming the previous episode. I was thinking next Saturday for the stream I would do a playthrough of Save the Light, because people have been asking for that for a long time, and I've never played it. When Yellow runs at Steven, it terrifies me. I agree. That was really like when she runs at him on the beach during Reunited. That's some cool ass intimidation factor. Why does Ruby remind me... Does anyone else get this vibe? Ruby reminds me of some kind of character from Inside Out. I don't know how many people are, like, into that movie, but... Save the Light is really fun. I'll say you'll hate lava and water with a burning passion. I already hate water in video games, so that seems like going in. Anger? Yeah, anger is... Anger, but woman rock. Yes. She kind of reminds me of Garnet. Yeah, she has that... it's like a little bit of that hairstyle. I don't know. It's very, very weird that this gem is like a mini Garnet, but without the visor. I think going back to the idea of like the headband covering her eyes a little bit, does it not in later episodes? Because that's a cool kind of parallel to Garnet's visor, like totally covering her eyes. And also Sapphire's hair fully covering her one eye. Speaking of which, where is Sapphire? There she is. There she is. Isn't it weird how you never see Garnet and Ruby and Sapphire in the same room, though? Not to say that like Garnet is a fusion or like these characters are Garnet. No, that's insane. Why is she? Okay, again, bringing up the whole like religion factor. Why she got her hands in a prayer mode? What kind of divine spells is she casting? The mustache thing isn't real. Oh, I want to look that up. Hold on. This is the Reddit post. Real or fake? Oh, it's not. Okay, the link is broken. Never mind. But the Ruby with a mustache is Photoshop. It's edited. It's AI, except it's not because it happened in 2015. I think they did give Ruby a man's voice in a lot of the dubs, though. I could be wrong because I have never watched any of the fucking dubs, the other languages. I'm gonna watch all the languages that I don't know. That would have been so expensive? Yeah. Doing dubs already costs money, so doing it like twice. Doing that and then also doing animation is nightmarish. So, also what throws me off about, what throws the viewer off about Ruby and Sapphire, like, being characters we've never met before, is that they don't have stars on their outfit. I guess Ruby and Sapphire are not crystal gems on their own, but Garnet is. On Peridot's debut, I thought she was a boy. Oh, weird. I did not get that vibe. She was just like a nerd girl voice. Dubs or subs for Steven Universe? Yeah, I'm gonna watch Steven Universe in Japanese. Oh, what is this face he's making? Chat, what is Steven doing? Wrong answers only. Drugs? He's shooting up heroin, maybe? Getting high? He's ascending. Thinking at 103%. Shit. I wish. The concussion is setting in. Oh, yeah. That's when the concussion turns, like, you get that dizziness, and then it's like a little bit of too good, you know, the good kind of dizziness. Why is she so fast? Is she, like, extra fast, or is she just, like... I mean, she stops on a dime. This doesn't seem, like, too fast. Like, Pearl could have run this fast, I'm sure. But she's able to stop on a dime like crazy. Now I know why he's called a crystal gem. I see. I see. After her second appearance in Keystone Motel, her eyes and headband almost never meet again. That's sad. I was thinking in Keystone Motel it was the same. It's again the issues with not having model sheets that span episodes. Another Steven face. Well, this is just him smacking into the back of Sapphire when they were running and getting like double concussed. Whoa. Do these two gems know each other? What's going on? He's having a seizure. I would not want to be around Steven when he's having a seizure for the sole fact that, like, what the hell could possibly happen when, like, the gem magic starts, like, going haywire when there's a seizure, right? A seizure. Oh, they're just roommates. I don't think Garnet is a fusion. Well, chat member, look at this shit. Wait, let me scroll through faster. Whoa, Garnet's a fusion? What the hell? What? Really? Really? This blew my fucking mind as like a teenager watching this for the first time. They were roommates. What is this? Is still the Stardew Valley soundtrack. What is? It's the Mermaid song. Oh, it's the Winter Festival or whatever. There's a lot of music in Stardew Valley that only plays during like 1 or 2 cutscenes. That's why this soundtrack is like 3 hours long. I lost my... Hold on. I love the parallels between this and when she fuses playing baseball. We'll have to get to that. It's gonna be like another season and a half before we get there. But... Wait, is it a season and a half, or is that a season 2 episode? Hold on, time to look. It's after... Yeah, it's after Peridot tells off Yellow Diamond, right? Because then the episode name is Hit the Diamond, and then it makes me fucking mad. Yeah, it's okay. It's early season 3. I see. The heck is baseball? It's a game where you smack a ball really hard with a big stick, and then you run. If you had to explain to aliens what baseball is, I feel like that's a very good explanation. It's like, what is it? It's a game where you throw at a ball you throw a ball at a guy with a stick, and the guy with the stick hits the ball, and if he hits the ball, he gets to run. And if he runs to the correct spots, he scores a point for his team. I enjoy Hit the Diamond. I think that's... I would agree with that, but also, for me, that's like the understatement of the century, because that episode... I think that episode is fun as hell. That's like one of... If I had to like attach a fun rating to every episode of Steven Universe, that would be like one of the highest in the whole show. Bad ending, Garnet breaks up. Play it in reverse. Wait, can I play it in reverse? I can. Hold on. We're watching the bad ending where Ruby and Sapphire breaks up. Yeah. Yeah. If the gems don't have lungs, why did they cough in early season 1 and crap? Nobody said the gems don't have lungs. They just said they don't need to breathe. That being said, you're right. If they don't need to breathe, why are they coughing? Where are Sapphire's feet beneath this dress? Does she just float? Does she just walk on the folds of fabric or whatever? Does she not have legs? No, she does have legs, because she changes forms in the baseball episode in Hit the Diamond. She only has feet when she needs them. She just shapeshifts feet when she needed to play baseball. I love this. I love the animation. I know this is a Rebecca Sugar board. Of course it is. She gets to board all the important scenes. That makes total sense to me. And it looks so good. Sapphire predicted wiki feet and decided to not have legs. She doesn't have feet because Ruby has a foot fetish? Wouldn't that make her want to have feet? Like, if you're... I don't know, if you're, like, apprehensive toward having feet because of that... Isn't that, like, when you piss off your other half? Your literal other half? Is that why Garnet only has 2 legs? Whoa. Otherwise, Garnet would have 4 legs. If Ruby or if Sapphire had feet and legs, Garnet would 100% have 4 legs. Part of me hates, like, this upward angle of Garnet for some reason. It's just very, very strange. Maybe it's just the fact that she doesn't have her visor on. Oh, this is trippy as hell. This like, panning shot, oh, it makes my brain go crazy. I think it's the parallax that if there was like a camera movement that did this, there shouldn't be parallax. It should just all rotate at the same time. But instead it does. I'm making everyone seasick by doing this. Ugh. Rule of cool. Yeah, rule of cool applies in a lot of things. Garnet does have 4 arms. The other pair is just really small, and she hides them in her hair. Okay, I paused on this. I started reading chat, and I paused on this really strange face. I know Vondell pointed out back here. In this scene is, or this shot is the first time you get to see Jasper's actual color being orange and reddish. She was totally like washed out monochromatic green in the previous episode. Got some Zuko vibes going on too, because she's always angry all the time and she's got a freaking scar over her face, or a red mark. Stop singing! The first mention of the cluster? Did I forget to mention the cluster? I think I did. Did I? I can't even remember. It was 2 weeks ago. It was 3 weeks ago from the Patreon release. No, 2 weeks ago. Wait, I'm losing... Listen, Gemology, like, for the past year, was my clock. It was my calendar. My internal calendar was only... Like, its baseline was because I was releasing a video every week. And now that calendar's all fucked. Because I didn't release a video last week. Jasper would 100% die of a heart attack with all the anger if she wasn't a gem. Yeah, her blood pressure would be crazy, like off the charts. She would stroke out in like a heartbeat. That's literally how a stroke works. Like your heart beats too hard and then your brain can't get that blood and then, I don't know. Is that no, that's not how a stroke works. I'm stupid. You show she lifts her little dress up like this. I really like that Stronger Than You is instrumentally a direct homage to Bill Withers' Just the Two of Us. I love Bill Withers. I didn't know that until someone said that. It might have been you in the premiere chat when this episode, when the Gemology of this episode premiered. I love the fabric motions. Look at this shit. The hair and the fabric, like the ribbons too of the headband. I wonder how angry a fusion of jasper, 5 rubies, and yellow diamond would be. I think you'd reach a critical mass of anger and it would just explode and, like, vaporize the planet. Are we gonna see fusions of diamonds in Lars of the Stars? If we see green diamond, I'm gonna be happy. I really want to see a fusion of the 3 diamonds. What would the 3 diamonds, because it would kind of equate out to like a light green, right? What would you call that? Like a limestone. No, that's stupid. I love black diamond. Every time I see the phrase black diamond come up in the context of Steven Universe, it makes me laugh because of how absurd it is. But then I'm gonna be pissed off when it actually happens. And it's like, whoa, it's black diamond, the evil diamond. Well, except for the fact that they are still, like, the regular diamonds are evil. However, oh, it's like black diamond. It's my fucking OC. It sounds like someone's edgy OC, you know? Dark Avatar vibes. Yeah, if it does that, it's gonna turn into like Legend of Korra levels of like edgy like borderline satire, you know? Whoa, where does she get those? Wait, she like puts her hands behind her head and then she like pulls these gauntlets out. Where does she get those? That was weird. Black Diamond is one of my cow's names. That's a good animal name, I think. I think for a cow, too. Like a big animal, right? Her other arms were holding them. You're so right. She did the trick of like, well, what's behind your ear? And she pulls out a quarter, but with her gauntlets. She's like, oh, what's behind my head? Oh, 2 gauntlets. Whoa. Plotline of a group pretending to be Black Diamond would actually be kind of cool. Yeah, I think a Black Diamond, but it's like a fusion or something with only like 1 exposed gem. That'd be kind of neat. Watch me, like, I'm gonna be saying all these... I'm saying so many things about, like, potential Lars of the Stars things that could happen that, like... I'm gonna get some of these right, and then people are gonna be clipping them and sharing them around. It's like, whoa, Source Master predicted all this shit. And it's, I swear, Black, like, as stupid as it sounds, and as upset as I'm gonna be when it actually happens, I feel like Black Diamond is a thing that, like, could happen, you know? Would like to have diamonds of all real-life colors. That's, over infinite colors. I was gonna say 16 million, but that's only for, like, that's only for RGB, like 16-bit RGB that you get on computer monitors. And even then, that's kind of misleading because there are some colors in those 16 million that, like, look the same. despite the fact that they have different RGB values. We already have a rainbow gem anyway. We have a rainbow quartz. Look at him tanking this. I've never, like, paused on... You know, this scene, the Stronger Than You scene goes so quickly that you never get a chance to, like, look at these things. So pausing on this shit is really cool. Bismuth, that's true. Bismuth is, like, a lot of colors. No black eye. Oh, you're right. He healed himself. Wait, did this... Wait. That's weird. I never noticed that. I was gonna say, did this like zappy thing heal him or no? I don't think it could have. Let me see him in the next shot. No, it's back. His black eye is back. Whoa. Peridot has a hand there? Let me go back to that again. No, it's just because it's just this curled around it, and then it looks like a hand because it's... This part of it is covering the rest of it. I don't know how... It just... Yeah, it very much looks like a real hand. Can hair conduct electricity? No, but it can conduct gem magic, I'm sure. Actually, I don't know. This isn't electricity. This is different. Because if it was electricity, Garnet wouldn't have been affected by it, because Garnet has electricity powers. This is fucking gem magic. It's different. It's very different. I don't think gem tech and electricity interact at all. This is probably what I'm trying to say here. Pure energy? No. I think it's gem magic, which is different. Yeah, Steven would be tased. Steven would be like heavily affected by this. He'd be zapped to shit. He wouldn't have been able to get through the field. It's again, it's like organic shit. Steven's organic body not interacting with gem magic because he's not fully gem. Sorry, I'm drinking a soda and I got a little bit of burps coming out. Like how gem tech blurs the line between technology and magic. I mean, that's just like regular tech, right? Like think of a language model. You're just like you have to kill like a bunch of sentient animals. I mean, you could use rats, but, like, you have to kill a bunch of animals, and then you can run a computer, and it can, like, talk to you. That's, like, magic, right? I had to kill a duck to spin up a language model. I did have to euthanize a duck, though. Like, for real, it was kind of sad. It's saying that super advanced tech would just be magic. Yeah. There are certain things that I just, like, you can try to explain it to me, and it just still seems like magic. I can grok a lot of this, a lot of, like, how... Like a computer processing chip, right? You can have a switch, and then this switch, like, turns on this other switch. And if you have, like a trillion switches turning each other on, you can do like anything with them, right? That makes sense to me. That's not magic. But then you explain something like fucking quantum entanglement, and it's like, I don't fucking know what you're talking about. None of that makes sense, and none of that seems like at all useful. It's all fucking wizardry. I want to say I absolutely love all your videos. I've been watching, or I've been with you since Crystal Sins. Wednesday is the highlight of my week. Thank you very much. I've heard a lot of comments saying, like, people look for Wednesdays. Like, Wednesdays are a highlight because of me, because of my actions. And I think that's neat, because Wednesday is, like, one of the dullest days of the week. It's like, oh, it's hump day, hump day, hump day! I think that's just a thing people said to, like, pump people up on a day that's kind of dull. It's hump day! It's not really anything special. But then you have Gemology, though. It's Gemology day. Fuck hump day. It's Gemology day. Except it's not, because I don't have a new Gemology until maybe a week or two from now. I am, however, working on a long-ass supercut of every Gemology. It's just going to be, like, I'm trimming out some of the fat, and I'm just mashing them all into one, like, 10-hour video. I remember watching this, or I remember when this episode came out, we were watching it for the first time, a bunch of us thought Peridot's "don't touch that" line was leading into Peridot's verse. She says it so, like, rhythmically. I feel like that's a, that's an editing thing that I would have tried to avoid if I were in charge of editing this episode. Because, like, don't touch that. It's, like, perfectly on beat. It's very weird. The Peridot rap. I've never heard of hump day. I'm not from the US, please explain. It's Wednesday. It's a thing people said to get people excited for Wednesday, because Wednesday is a dull day of the week. I'm gonna Google it. Hump day. Wednesday, regarded as the midpoint of a typical working week. There's memes about it. There's, like, Facebook tier memes. Here, chat. This is what we're talking about. It's frickin' hump day. It's fucking hump day. It's hump day. It's not. It's just Wednesday. It's Gemology day. Anyway. I want to see Pearl get her brain... someone in the comments of the video also said that before the ship went down, Pearl set a course back to Beach City, so that's why it, like, landed in Beach City and not, like, in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. However, the fact that it falls so slowly still bothers me. It violates all the... Because look at how fast... Okay, first of all, look at how fast they're moving. I'm going to play it in real time. There's Peridot. Look at how fucking fast they're moving! Also, Peridot does not land in Canada. I know it looks like it, but gravity's gonna take effect and she's gonna move in a parabolic arc, right? She's gonna land back in the New England East Coast area. We can see the Florida island. Delmarva, yeah. Call that a parabola? Peribola? Peribola? She's not She didn't land in Canada because we found they go like they drive like 20 minutes out of Beach City and they find the impact. She do not land in Canada. Peribola sounds like an indie album or band. I was thinking those. Someone's vrooming. I don't know if you can hear that. Someone's revving their engine as they drive by. Headcanon is that the ship still has some of its repulsor drives working. They auto-trigger at a certain proximity to a planet's surface. That would make the most sense. I mean, it... Aside from the fact that, like, the fucking power cell got, like, exploded. There must be, like, backup power, right? Some kind of battery, like, backup. I didn't mention it. I will mention it when we get to full disclosure, but the impact that this leaves on the side of the mountain or the side of the hill here is it just remains. Because of course it does. It's just got the hill got damaged. You're not gonna fix that. It's not something that's just gonna get fixed. Let me look at more of Beach City. This is like a good look at it. Is this where the fucking... No, that's not. Is this the restaurant? Like way off to the edge of Funland? Where the hell is that restaurant from Fusion Cuisine? From Future Cuisine. I said Future Cuisine accidentally in the video. How did the shockwave not totally obliterate half the town? That is a good point. I mean, just the ship entering the atmosphere and doing its fucking sonic attack broke all the windows. Maybe there's not much left to break with the explosion. Do you see the quasi-official Steven Sugar Beach City layout drawing? I think I have that on my save to my computer. I did not see it on Discord. I can scroll up through. I see a lot of the... Where the hell... I'm like, is it like above the car things? Oh yeah, here it is. Let me see. Oh, there we go. Whoops. I did something wrong. Okay, there we go. Is there a high-res version? High resolution. There we go. Let's take a look at it just for fun. There we go. This is from the art book, right? I read this word, toward. Toward. First of all, we never see the mayor's house. I think we see the inside of his house at one point. I don't know if his house has an office. But is this the restaurant, like, from, like, this? Wait. No, it's like this right here. Is that where that is? I don't even know. It does look like that place by Funland could be the restaurant. It could possibly be. That does, I mean, it's the same kind of color This thing, I think, it must be this building. Just not detailed. Now someone else is driving by and they got their subwoofers pumping. This is a good look at it. It's, again, like semi-official because this is not any drawing that they use in the show. They could have used a drawing like this, but I think it's like too detailed to look at. Cone and Sun. There's no ice cream shop next to the Funland arcade. I'm sorry. Oh, and it's the old smile sign design where it's all blocky. Let's see if I can zoom in on that a little more. That's not how the smile sign looks in the final show. That's not even how it looks. The smile sign, when it was made, it was like over on like one of these buildings in Laser Light Cannon. So many inconsiderate people driving past your house today. It's probably someone who knows that I'm streaming. No, it's probably not. Fucking rumors. And then this is the mystery building. Whoa, what could it mean? I say it's just the storage for fish stew pizza. This town is surprisingly competent in design. I bet, when, I think it was it Steven Sugar who designed it? He probably did a little bit of research into, like, infrastructure and stuff. Just a little bit, though, because, like, you don't have a water tower this big for a city this tiny. This much water could, like, this is like a month of water for the town. Actually, probably more like a few months. Because holy shit. Because you don't put if you have a big ass hill right here, you don't build stilts. You don't carve out this and then build a tank on stilts. You just put it on the hill where above all of the other buildings. Why are there so many houses? I thought it was 15 people. They're all timeshares. I guarantee that's what it is. It's all timeshares that people got scammed into buying, and they don't ever come here because they're never scheduled to come here. So there's probably like 4 houses that are actually like 4 or 5 houses, like 5 or 6 houses that actually have people living in them. That's probably why Greg can't find like a real home to live in, is because they're all fucking timeshares. No, there's no houses for sale. They're all fucking timeshares. You can distill salt water? Do you think that doesn't take a lot of energy to do that? Then what do you do with all the salt? Water tower? Yeah, digging a well and building a water tower is cheaper than distilling salt water. Does the timeshare scam have anything to do with the Big Donuts money laundering? Nah, timeshares are just like shit. They're just shit in their own special way. Which is to say, they're just like a rental that it's really hard to cancel. It's like a fucking Planet Fitness membership. Oh, look at this compass rose. Compass rose. Get it? Rose, because it's a rose. There's a rose quartz in it. What is penguin.com? That's weird. The water tower is as big as Funland. That's what I'm saying. It's gigantic. This should be like maybe a third this size. Like if you drive through, if you drive into the country and you drive through, we're gonna look at how it is in the episode too. If you drive through the, it's more reasonable in this episode, but it still should be about half this size for a town this big. And on the hill, it should just be a tank on the hill, not a water tower. Water tower is ridiculous. Wait, this show has issues with scale? Whoa. That's true. There's no, like, I can't complain about scale. I can complain about scale, though, because it's a problem with scale. There's a guy who goes on all of my videos and then comments negative things about my videos. I think it's funny, because I can tell he watches every video, but also, like, leaves a comment saying that it's a bad video. But, like, why are you watching every video if you don't like them? Anyway, one of the things is, like, the scale is not a problem. It's like, well, I wouldn't be mentioning it if it wasn't a problem. What is this? Is this on fire? Oh, that's just a shiny thing in the background. I think it's a light that was left on. And you got a hater, you've made it. I had a hater long ago. It's back when I made my fucking Undertale video. I got a lot of those people. Scale is always a problem in this show. I was just that guy since birth. Yeah. It feels kind of neat that I'm big enough that people can hate watch me now. Whoa, look at it. Okay, I don't know if this has happened normally, but Lion's eyes glow right before he does his roar. I don't know how often that actually happens. I've made Undertale videos. No, I've made one Undertale video. If you just go on youtube.com and search I hate Undertale, it's probably the first video. I do not like Undertale. I feel like people should know that by now. I tried to play it, I didn't like it, and then I made a video about it, and now everyone hates me. No, it's fine. Do you think Lars can do the roar and teleport if he trained? I think he could just do it. He's gonna find out how to do that in Lars of the Stars. Didn't you live stream it? I did. I live streamed the video. I live streamed Undertale long ago when I first played it. I can't blame my hatred on live streaming it though. Not hatred. I just dislike the game. There's no hatred there. And now that I've played a few more RPGs, I think it just kind of stems from not liking RPGs very much in general. That style of RPG, rather, where it's text-based dialogue and there's more dialogue than gameplay kind of stuff. It's not my kind of game. Even the best RPG of all time, supposedly Chrono Trigger, I could not finish that game. I don't think I'm gonna mention Undertale. I'm reading this thing, the Onion episode with all his friends, yada yada. One of the characters is a reference to Frisk, the protagonist. I don't think I'm gonna mention that because I just do not. At this point, it's not that I dislike it even. It's just that I do not care. It's not part of my my personal zeitgeist. Is that a thing? Personal? Can you have a personal zeitgeist, or is that like an oxymoron? Onion Gang is probably my least favorite episode. Onion Gang is my least favorite episode. It's an episode with a lot going on, and then just Steven talking to himself the whole time. It's very annoying. At least Rocknaldo is funny to laugh at. Yes! Finally! Someone who gets it. Onion Gang? Yeah, Onion Gang is just boring. Like, Rocknaldo at least has stuff going on and like a character who's developing by the end. Also, this frame is fucking awesome. I will turn off the overlay. Feel free to screenshot. Screenshot that and then have some kind of fucking AI like, oh, make this image. Draw the rest of this image. It's cropped. Draw the rest of it. Don't do that. Don't use up all the water. Don't use up the whole Beach City water tower of water just to generate an image. I love how Ronaldo basically bullies Steven out of the crystal gems. That's my, like, favorite joke in that episode. It's like one of the funniest jokes in the show, I think. That brings that episode up for me. I don't hate Rocknaldo, and that's part of the reason why. How does Malachite... Okay, we're gonna analyze Malachite now. Where does all the dark green come from? It like switches immediately. We got no dark green, and then it immediately switch over to the dark green stripe across her face. Naked Malachite, yeah. Yeah, you're right. The shoulders are not... They don't have anything on them, and then again, there's like a top where the shoulders are covered, where they're just like straps there. I just don't like... yeah, where the stripes are not there, and then they're there in the next frame. It's a very strange... It's bugged me since day one. Also, look at all the hands. Malachite does not have a wiki feet page because she's all hands. All of that stuff appeared during the 2-second camera change. That wasn't 2 seconds. If it was 2 seconds, that would be enough time for my brain to be like, oh, it happened off screen. But it's an instant camera change. It happens instantly. It drives me nuts. Why does Malachite not have any legs? Because she doesn't have a leg to stand on. She's also supposed to be, like, uncohesive and freaky looking, purposely. Malachite has more hands than her component fusions combined. That is funny. It's not just it's not just like additive amounts of body parts. Also, look at this hand. This hand drawing, holy shit. This is a Rebecca Sugar drawing, I swear to God. Or this is like a rotoscoped hand, almost. It looks almost rotoscoped. It might as well be, actually. Because look at it. Once you're finished with all 5 seasons, we'll be covering the movie. That is a question that has been answered on my FAQ page. Which is to say yes. But also there's an FAQ page in the description for questions like that. Now I get to make fun of you because that's the rule, is if you didn't read the FAQ page, you get to be made fun of in the comments. That's the rule. I don't make them, I do make them. More Portal content when? Oh. I've been thinking about streaming a little bit more. Going back to Twitch and streaming some games just for fun. Maybe like once a week I would do some game streams on Twitch. So maybe some Portal on there. Also, if you get to the end of this stream, since we've been listening to Stardew Valley music, I've been playing Stardew Valley. We could do a short Stardew Valley, like, tour at some point. Maybe not today, because currently my Stardew Valley world is in winter. It's like just started winter. I'd rather show off my farm in spring or summer. Play Delta Final. I don't know what that is. Delta Final? Is it a mod for Portal? I would like to stream some Portal mods. At some point. Portal or Half-Life mods. I love how her face moves. I'm gonna look back at that. Just like trying to like come apart. But not quite. I don't know how this works. Like, this seems like such magic bullshit to me. That, like, a fusion can't come undone. I made it in senior year of high school. Ooh. Is it good, though? Sorry, I'll play it. Delta... What is it? Delta Final. I'll remember that. I'll look that up. Let me, like, make a tab and I'll have it searched. I tried to make a bunch of Portal levels back before even the Perpetual Testing Initiative was released. I tried to make like Portal 2 levels, and then like a month later they released the thing. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna make them with this thing now. I do like to play some of the bad levels though that people make with the in-game editor. We're talking about Portal again. I think Lapis is trying to keep them together. Well, yeah, but it's like, how? Lapis is forcing the fusion together? That's, like, insane that you're able to do that, though. Because, like, isn't the point of fusion is that, like, they're both on the same page and they're fucking... They, like, have to be, like, mentally in the same place to fuse. They're both trying to keep it together? I guess they both, like, have a reason to be fused, but if that reason is different from each other, then I don't know. Lapis is insanely OP. YouTube again reminding me now's a good time to insert ads. No, we're not running ads. She fused to protect Steven. She can kill Jasper to protect Steven. Oh, she's Goal Betty from Adventure Time. She's like the precursor to Goal Betty. Also, literal Steven's point of view shot. Jasper is also somewhat desperate to be fused. That's her like whole character arc for the whole the entirety of the show. That's how I made that. I made the prediction way back in the day that Jasper would fuse with a corrupted gem and then become corrupted. That was my prediction that I made. That was the one prediction that I made of this show, and I got it right. Jasper saw Garnet and said, "That's hot, but I'm totally not gay." True. Imagine if the Steven's point of view rule applied to the camera shots. This would just be Hardcore Henry then. You guys ever seen that movie? That's a good movie. That's a movie that I never, like, my attention was never taken away from the movie itself. It was really good. I think Peridot is in command of the ship. Like, in command of this mission, but Jasper is just such an imposing, intimidating figure that, like, she can just boss anyone around. First person Steven. It'd probably have to be CGI for a full point of view series. I disagree. I think you could do a 2D animated first person. It would be hard as hell, but you'd be right to say that it would be easier to pull off in a 3D show. I wish we got a chance to explore more of the psychology of the healed corrupted gems after everything. You've like landed on one of the biggest things that makes me bitter about Steven Universe future. Is that, like, the biggest thing you want to know about is, like, what's happening with all the uncorrupted gems, and then they just never go into that. They go a little bit into it with Jasper. Actually, they don't. They just, like, Jasper's just there. She never, like, says what it was like to be corrupted. I love, again, I said it in the video, I love snarky Peridot. I wanted snarky Peridot to be the mainstay. I get that why they didn't, but I like to think about it. I hope there is, again, Lars of the Stars wish list. I hope there's more crew for his space pirate, his gang of space pirates. That are, like, previously corrupted gems from Earth. I think that would be a cool thing. Because they would be, like, rebels. They'd be crystal gems that were uncorrupted. And they'd be like, I still want to be a rebel, so I want to be a pirate. Also, what kind of piracy is Lars gonna do? Other than, obviously, like, movie piracy, because that's what everyone's doing. What kind of piracy is there to do if like, the Gem Empire is in, like, Steven's rule now, and it's all, like, they're all good guys, supposedly. A lot of the snark was kind of rude. I like kind of rude, though. Kind of rude Peridot is the best Peridot. Steven ain't ruling anything? Well, he installed, like, a new government into, like, the entire Gem Empire. The Gempire. I thought Lars of the Stars was going to be set before Future. I don't know where you heard that, because, like, we only have one sentence of synopsis for the show, and that has nothing to do with when Lars of the Stars takes place. Because Lars didn't return to space piracy until after Future. Or, like, during Future, right? We know literally nothing about it other than he's a pirate. That it's Lars in space and also piracy. Evil gem corporations. Did Steven install a capitalist, like, society into Gem Society? Like a, did we turn... I guess we did get a republic, right? Because they, it was like a Zircon... They were electing Zircon, so it's literally like a representative... It's a republic. They made a... Steven installed a republic into the Gem Society. Zircon. Now, Zircon I would vote for, but not Zircon. Gem Society is basically post-scarcity. Isn't the scarcity, like, current, though? Don't they still... They're, like, out of resources? When are we getting that show? I hope some news this year, but definitely not releasing this year or next year. Like, my if I were gonna be generous, or not generous, what's the word? If I want to be, like, optimistic, it's gonna be like the end of next year is when I would expect, like, the first episode. But it takes a long-ass time to make a show. Late 2027. That's what I'm thinking. That's like an optimistic prediction. Oh, we're back on this frame. Let me see. What else is there to look at in this episode? There's the, let's look at the fight scene. I guess we haven't looked at the fight scene, like, at all yet. I do like this. This shot is really cool. I'm just gonna let it play for a sec, because it's like, not quite there, but Jasper running at Garnet and then, like, cutting to... Wait, this is... Oh no, this is correct. I thought it was, like, fucked in the mirror, but no. It's the 180 degree rule is doing its job. However, it looks funny because it's a mirror. If it takes 4 years, let it take 4 years. Just, that's a good thing. Let it take 4 years, but also don't let it take 10 years, because 10 years means something's being mismanaged. If any project any like creative project, a game, movie, or whatever, if it takes that long, it either means something is being mismanaged or they're having to redo most of it for some reason. I like this kick, punch, dodge, kick again. Jump. She jumps before she tries to stab because, like, future vision, predicting that, like, the foresight for that one. Avatar 2, yeah, that movie should not have taken that long to do. Jasper is big. Jasper's a fucking unit. Tiny Garnet or gigantic Jasper? Jasper's just huge. I think we have to get that into our heads. First of all, there's this show has problem with scale. We all know that. Jasper is like the biggest gem we've seen so far, though. Sorry that I've been taking 7 years to make my project become reality. I'm also working on a game, and that's taking forever because I'm mismanaging it. Like I said, it's mismanagement or having to redo stuff all the time. Because I didn't work on my game Pilot Light. People might know about that. I have not worked on it like at all in the past few months. GTA 6 is not going to live up to expectations just to how long it's hyped up. Yeah. That also being said, Half-Life 3, whenever that comes out, if whatever Half-Life game that's in development is announced and released soon, maybe, you know, Hopium rather, that'll be, like, since it'll be such a short, like, announce to release timeline, it'll be like really well received, I think. I believe in you. You'll get the game done. I hope to work on a lot during the summer. I also hope to during this like summer, because I'm working at a school, right? I'm not a teacher. I never said I was a teacher. I don't know how people decided that I'm a teacher. Like, most people who hear me say I work at a school said, like, oh, that means he's a teacher. Anyway, once the school year's over, I hope that the whole YouTube stuff will, like, be enough to just do that full time instead of working at the school. So then I can focus on other projects. Like, I want to do another channel. I want to finish my game. All sorts of stuff. Half-Life 3 is real. It's real. Maybe he gets paid to be a student. Who knows? I'm getting up there, closer and closer to that that legendary 20,000 subscribers, and also the duck stream. Remember, when I hit 20,000 subscribers, I'll bring a duck onto a stream, a live one, live duck live stream. Source is the janitor. That's probably closer to... I'm closer to that than a teacher. Maybe like halfway in between. It's not an easy job to, like, explain. Wait, how do you have a Gabe Newell... Wait. Oh, it's a... Gaben. Oh, it's better better TTV. I have that installed. I was like, how do you have a Gaben emote? If you have better TTV installed, then you see that Gaben as a Gaben, like Gabe Newell's face. I want to see a Jasper take a big punch to the visor. Where is it? She takes like the double gauntlet punch. Wait. Where was it? Wait, what? Huh? Wait. Continuity error. Okay, her visor is intact. Intact in this shot. And then broken in this shot? Hello? I didn't know this. I was unaware of this. She takes a big, meaty fist to the face. And then it's not broken again. And then it gets broken. I've never noticed that before. Wow. You think I was the guy who analyzed the show and would know these things, but I don't. Even when the episode excuse me, even when I made the video like 20 minutes long, I still miss things like that. It looks like it hurt. That looks like she nearly got like glass in her eyes. Jasper is very expressive, yes. This probably slipped past a continuity advisor. Shut up! Shut up! I hate you for thinking about that before I did. If I did, like, analyze every single fucking frame of this show, then these videos would be, like, 3 hours long each. Okay, I know she's like crouched down, getting ready to like roll up into a ball, but I'm just thinking of her face coming out of her stomach here. That's all I'm seeing. This is the Marge pose? Oh shit, you're right. It's the fucking Connie's mom that I posted to my community tab. Crop out the head. If I had like Adobe Photoshop and the content aware fill, I would do that. Just like lasso the head. Also, chat room. I'm gonna be back on that Adobe shit, at least Photoshop, because some motherfucker out there got a version of Wine, because I'm on Linux, right? This precursor to this conversation. I'm currently using Linux. I do not own a computer that runs Windows. Some motherfucker out there got Photoshop to run on Linux. So I might be back on that Photoshop thing with Wine and all that. Use Photo P, it's free and web-based. I don't want it web-based. If it's web-based, that means if that site goes down, then I lose access to it. Or if my internet stops, then I lose access to it. Unless I can self-host a Photo P thing, but I'd rather have a desktop program for stuff like that. You can also download it. Is it open source? I'd rather use an open source, what do you call it? Oh, it is open source. Holy shit. Wait, is it? No, these are just graphics. I'd rather use open source things to work on creative projects anyway, because I don't want to ever like lose access to my creative projects. GIMP was made for Linux. That's true, because it's the GNU image manipulation program. GNU being GNU Linux. Angry Jasper? Does Jasper exist in a state other than anger ever? He's the open source master. That's true. I will happily take that title. I always try to find free software. I hate subscription-based software with a passion. I did do my time using Adobe and paying for Adobe, like the good boy that I was. I really like those programs. However, you're right. Subscriptions suck. Adobe sucks. Their software's really good, though, but Adobe as a company is just real shit. I went the extra step from finding free shit to go and find open source shit, so I know that I like actually own the software that I'm using. Again, I edit these videos in Blender. Jasper happy moment. Jasper happy moments, and the time scale is 3 seconds. I did love when Steven came back to fight her in Future, and she's like, really? He wanted a rematch. I never understood that, too. Like, why did Steven need a rematch if, like, he already beat her that one time? Zombie Jasper. Okay, this maybe is not an expression of anger, of angry Jasper, but this looks more like Jasper in pain. She's in shock, chat. Jasper is interesting but underused in Future. I think Jasper's underused in general. Like, I don't think there's enough of her in the show. He quit. He didn't finish their fight. Oh, I'm thinking in the main show, like, Smoky Quartz beat Jasper. Source Master is a stingy Jew. I think there's a big leap you're trying to make there with your logic. It's that I want access to my software. I don't want to pay money to the big fucking behemoth companies that have terrible user experience. Rather, terrible customer relations. Yeah, what the fuck did I hear? It's what the fuck did I read out loud? There's proof that I'm reading the chat. No fusion, no help, just him. The anti-Semitism was crazy. Yeah, we don't take kindly to folks like you in this chat. Unless you're baiting, in which case you got most of the chat. Good job. What is this little extra blob? Hold on. What is this? Where does this blob go? Does this get, like, reabsorbed? You saw that and was like, sips tea, okay then. Yeah, that's a weird... I've never been called a stingy Jew before. That's a new one. Interesting, interesting. Light as a liquid state. Oh, weird. I like that it flicks the... I had to like go back when I watched this episode for the first time. I had to go look for this scene again because I was like, how the fuck did this work? Because it looks like it gets shot out of the palm, right? But that's just the engine on fire. That's like the power source on fire. It flicks the fucking escape pod out. Has anyone brought up the notion of Peridot crashing in Canada yet? Yeah, I said she goes straight for a little bit, and then when she hits the atmosphere, gravity's gonna take effect, and she's gonna get pulled down toward the East Coast. So she does not go to Canada. She never lands in Canada. Gravity is already in effect. We're in orbit. Yeah, but atmospheric drag is not in effect. Not to say that atmospheric drag would have slowed the ship down as much as it does, but it slows Peridot's escape pod enough that it doesn't land in fucking Canada. Canada. Pearl looks off when they draw her eyebrows thick. What are her eyebrows? Whoa, you're right. Thick ass eyebrows. She also looks like cockeyed. It's weird. This eye is like... She's got like a lazy eye. I think because the thing is at an angle, it's weird. Canada sounds better than Canada by far. That's why I call it Canada most of the time. I also get bored of saying the words the same... You get bored of saying words the correct way all the time, you know? There's a specific artist that always draws her like that, and I can't think of who. I think you're right. I think I know what you're talking about, and I can't think of who it is either. Does Pearl have eyebrows in... Okay, no, her eyebrows go back to not having them in this shot. And then she just has line eyebrows when the show needs to show her doing expressions. I don't know what else there is to say about this episode. I said a lot. I said so much about it in the video itself. Let's go to the very beginning. I don't know if we talked about the beginning like at all. I guess we talked about this, but like I do think the Steven's reaction to this, his reaction to this, and he's like, whoa, cool, it's like gross. It's such a Steven reaction, I think. See, it is liquid light again. That's true. It does look like a water, one of those water features that's like just like a thin wall of water, like in a waterfall. It's like that, but light. It's interesting. They talk about how there's many cells because, it's a ship made for the cluster and possible cluster parts. Well, you might be right. I did see a lot of comments that like there's a lot of cells because it's for the cluster. That could also be one reason why the ship itself is a hand, because the hand, you know, could just grab the cluster and fly back. Made for the cluster, wouldn't it be designed much differently? I just explained it. It's a hand. You grab it like a baseball. You just grab the cluster. Yeah. I didn't think of that either until just now. It is a diamond ship. The diamond ships were already hands, so I think that's why. Yeah, I mean, it's weird that they would make a bunch, like a whole body ship, like, you know, 4 ships that would fit into a body. Like fucking Voltron. And then they would make a bunch of hands that weren't part of a body. I think that's a weird choice, though. I think there is a good, like, it could be a hand for similar reasons, though, to, like, grab shit. To, like, physically grab resources from a planet and haul it somewhere. I want to get a look at it orbiting. Because, like, you could just take this hand, you could scoop up a bunch of fucking dirt and move it around. This implies the existence of a foot ship. Yes. I believe the cluster beating the hand ship in the finale was a metaphor for class organization. Well, it wasn't the finale, first of all, and also I think it's a metaphor for the cluster beating the diamonds because the cluster is just a fucking giant monster creature. I think it's a metaphor for exactly what you see on screen, which is to say not a metaphor. Not everything's a metaphor. I've been saying that since day one. The foot ship is for stomping on my balls. I mean, on armies of aliens. That's what a foot ship. It's a weapon, right? You just stomp on people. Is it rectangle as a charging port? It almost looks like there's like Star Wars ships that have the open like bays where you can fly in little fighters in and out of. It's the connection port. It's USB, except it's a female USB port, so it doesn't fit into something. Something fits into it, so you can plug a flash drive in. Except this is not USB-C because it's not small. This is like a USB-D. Is USB-D a thing? Hold on. USB-D. Ew, that's not real. Oh, it's April Fool. It's April 1st. It was published April 1st. Okay, never mind. Hold on. Okay, I was looking at this. It's an April Fool's article from a website. And it's like, oh, it's USB-D. Hold on here. This fucking thing. Where is it? Yeah, it's USB. Yeah, chat. It's USB-D. I clicked on it. I'm like, this is an April Fool's thing, isn't it? And then the article is April 1st, 2015. I think this is funny. This is good. This is funny. Browser tabs on the side. Yeah, this is Zen browser. It's neat. All the browsers are on the side, and then I have like pin tabs here, and then like super pin tabs up here. I dislike USB-D. Well, you don't have to like worry about orientation on this. You still have to worry about adapters though. Unfortunate. So this is not USB-D because it's not a plus-shaped plug. I don't know what else there is. Chat, how long has the stream been going? Is it about that time? It's a thong? What's it? What? What do you mean a thong? It looks like a Lenovo ThinkPad's charging port. That's just USB-C. Or you mean the thing where you can like drop it into a dock? That ThinkPads do? Almost 2 hours, yeah. I'll go pretty soon. Did I talk about going to the freaking gym today? I went to the gym for the first time in like a year yesterday. And then I went again today and I did like a half hour of cycling. Cuz I want to try. I'm training up for a 6-hour bike ride that I want to do. My cousin who invited me to go skiing a couple weeks ago, I invited him to do a long-ass bike ride, which he does sometimes. There's a funny frame of Lapis when she's just sitting. It's from the front. Let me see if I can find that. This is from the back. Let me scroll through a little bit. It's when she like turns around, right? It's not this one, is it? I wouldn't call that a funny frame. Hold on. Is this funny? I don't. It's not that funny. I don't know. I am not seeing the frame. Or is it the one where she's like sad when the ship is crashing? Let me see. No, this is different. She doesn't... No front-facing shots. I don't think everyone in chat, there's people in chat talking about Steven in Lars of the Stars. I don't think Steven will show up in Lars of the Stars. At most, I think some of the crystal gems will show up. Garden Amethyst Pearl might show up. I don't think Steven will show up. I think the whole point of the ending of Future is that, like, Steven's story is done. He's not going to be involved in any of these. Why don't you think Steven will be in Lars of the Stars? Well, I just said, because Steven's story is done. Like, we don't need more Steven. I expect a couple Steven moments? I expect plenty of mention of him. I just don't expect him to show up. That's me, though. Knowing, like, how Rebecca Sugar does things, I don't think he will. Unless there's enough pressure from networks. Just like, we gotta put Steven in. It's called Steven Universe. I hope there's no pressure. There will be. I don't know if they'll get Zach Callison. If they do, it might not be Zach Callison. It would be cool if it was like adult Steven, like a grown man Steven, maybe. You know, like adult Finn in Adventure Time. Though adult Finn is the same voice actor, right? Imagine if Steven Sugar voiced adult Steven. I don't know what he sounds like, so I don't know if that would work even. Okay. Yeah, we see the Jasper Spin Dash, too. Jasper Spin Dash, and also Amethyst Spin Dash, because they're both quartzes. Quartzes? They're both quartz? Some sort of quartz. Okay. Chat room. It is about that time that I do take a break from the stream. Instead of, because I'm not doing a video on Wednesday, I might do a fucking stream on Wednesday. I don't know what I would do, but I want to stream something on Wednesday. When are we returning? I'm not sure yet. Maybe a new video on Patreon. Not this upcoming Wednesday, but maybe one on the Wednesday after. Actually, I might have that supercut ready. That's not going to be like a official return yet. But if I ever do the light games, that would be fun. I think I will do that next weekend. Maybe both Saturday and Sunday to start. I think 2 streams might be enough. Wait, howlongtobeat.com. We're going to look up Save the Light. We're looking at this. Hold on. Save the Light. Steven Universe Save the Light is a 12-hour game if we just do the main story. That's a long-ass game. I need I need a lot of time to do that. You could stream yourself analyzing some other media. On that topic, I did have a idea for a new kind of like review style, which is literally like setting up a fucking PowerPoint and then streaming myself doing it. I think Doug does something similar, but with games. I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be a cool way to do that. Oh, and since we're at the end, chat, someone made an end thing for me. I forget, what was their name? Hold on. It was... I can't read it on Discord because it's truncated. Damn it. Let me disable streamer mode. I will just look at this. Mal460 made this. But chat, it is that time that I head out and the stream is done pretty much. I wish I had like a end credits. If I get to a point where there's a lot of people doing super chats, then I want to try to figure out how to make those names like pop up here. But yeah, thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. There's a link to the Discord in the description if you're not part of that. Otherwise, I will try to do something on Wednesday. I'm not sure what, though. I tried to email... Oh, Jord. I tried to email you back, and this address wasn't found. Shit. Wait. Yeah, you know what I didn't do is I didn't pay for the email service. I gotta get that back up. I'm sorry, Jord, you're here. There's a Discord link in the description. Join me on that, and then I can add you. I mean, if you don't want other people adding you, then don't. But yeah. How are the tests going? Oh, the tests are done. I think that'll be one of the... I will make a video before Gemology Season 2. I'm going to do a video about, first of all, the tests. Second of all, the glow sticks. I have a million people reminding me about the glow sticks. Yeah. Anyway, if I don't hear back from Jord... Oh, wait. Just hop on, I will add you, you can add me. But for now, I'm done streaming. So goodbye, everybody. I had to keep going because Jord showed up. Okay. Bye, chat. Goodbye, goodbye.